want to welcome everyone again for joining. I can see that we have a couple of persons who have joined us already. In the meantime, we are going to be talking about how you can get to become a nurse in Germany with zero experience. We're going to walk you through what is required um, in terms of the documentation. We're going to talk about the benefits as well as the the procedure on how we can support you, on your journey. But before that, I want to talk about the nursing traineeship, which in general is called flag house building, which is nursing house building in German. And this is not just applicable to nursing. House building is just like a dual um, education where you go to school some days you go to your place of work. It's just like you training on the job. This is what house building simply means. But the difference is, whilst you're learning on the job, the practical, you're also learning the theory. So you balance it. You learn from experts on the job, and then you go to where we call Berufsschule to learn the theory. It's usually once or twice in a week, and the rest of the days you are with your employer, learning directly with those who are experienced. So nursing also falls in that category. And whilst you are on the job, you're learning, you also get paid in the process. So this is just an overview of what the nursing of what house building entails. So I'll be at some points bringing my colleague as well, Ubong, who is part of our team, to introduce himself and talk about some other things we offer here at Campus Connect 49. Um, in summary, we support students to study in Germany and support those who are interested in starting a career in Germany to do that. One example is the nursing program, which we are going to be giving you an insight about today. But aside from that, we also support IT professionals and those who want to do other house building program, whether in IT, in transportation, logistics, or um, general engineering skills. So this is an overview of what we provide, and we've been doing this for the past 6 to 7 years, and we are happy that we will be supporting new sets of people to take advantage of the nursing traineeship in Germany. I'm going to be sharing my screen just to walk you through um, this presentation on based on the things we'll be discussing. I'll share my screen in a bit. Just a moment. So I hope you guys see my screen now. So basically, is why is it even important for you to train as a nurse in Germany? And what are the prospects? First of all, nursing is for me one of the interesting profession out there because it's it has to do with taking care of people, caring for people, and you have to have passion for it. You have to have that strong compassion aside from even passion. You have to have compassion for people. So ultimately, in Germany at the moment, there's a shortage of nurses, and is the reason why there's an opening for international, applicants to apply, even with no experience. Just to tell you the difference, nursing apprenticeship is different from those who are already qualified as professional nurses. So you're already a registered nurse. So you've gone to university, you've trained professionally. Maybe you even specialize in a particular nursing area, maybe like you are a pediatrician, or you are um, an ontologist, or with one specialization. This is not necessarily for you. This is extremely for people without prior experience. Well, even if you have experience but you are not yet a qualified nurse, this can be something for you too. So um, we are focused on the next intake, which is from next year, 2025. Um, and we are going to be telling you the requirements. We would also tell you, what you need, the action steps from now, if you decide to take action, till when you get your contract. So these are the things we are going to be covering, and how you can even get the support you after you get your contract to come to settle for your job in Germany and all of that. So first of all, um, this is one of the easiest pathway for anyone who wants to come to Germany um, to pursue a career. Even among all the traineeship or house building programs out there, this is one of the easiest. Why? Because, like I said earlier, nurses are in high demand, but the supply is low. You know, because the health system needs um, nurses on a constant basis in different fields. Whether those who are going to be taking care of children, elderly people, or any other area, it's constantly in high demand. So the barrier to entry is sort of low, I would say. So the major requirement that is usually requested for is one, your passion. That's the fundamental thing. Then two, you have to have a high school diploma or high school certificate. Three, you have to learn German, or you have to come with a German proficiency at a minimum of B1 or B2. These are the three core requirements. One, passion for nursing. Two, your high school certificates. Three, German language certificate at B1 or B2 level. So once you fulfill these three things, then we'll be happy to work with you. Those are the things we look out for, basically. So um, I'm going to see if I can make this a bit bigger. Um, zoom out. What I zoom in. Yeah. So what you get from us, you can see my screen now, is flexible admission requirements, which I've already mentioned. And some of the questions you may want to ask, okay, I have the high school certificate or diploma. What subject areas? Maybe I did arts in school, or I did other subjects that are not related to science, because of course nursing is science based. Can I also apply? Yes, you can. It is subject area agnostic, so you don't have to have done anything related to physics, chemistry, biology for you to apply. As far as you have at least a minimum of 6 credits, you can apply. You can use that certificate. So it doesn't matter what your background was, when in your high school. And Part of the things you'll be getting is the fact that, you know, this, if you've not gone to any, nursing school in the past, you are newbie to nursing, this gives you direct entry to practice, to go to a specific practice where you can, train aside from even your job, where you can train during this traineeship program, and you get to learn both theory and practice in and outside of the job. So um, another advantage of this program is, like I said earlier, the low barrier to getting into Germany is the fact that you don't need a blocked account. Reason being that what you get is a contract, which is regarded as a job contract, and you will be paid from the first month you arrive in Germany because you actually receive this employment contract from your employer. So um, in the first year, usually you get at least 1,100 euros as payment, as salary. The second year, you get at least 1,200 euros. In the third year, you get 1,300 euros. So, lest I forget to say, the training is usually for 3 years. That's how long the training lasts. So, for your first year, you get paid this amount. It depends. Some employers you might get more, some you might get less. But the average, the standard is usually 1,100 euros of monthly salary for the first year. So they increase it by 100 euros. And by third year, they also increase it again by 100 euros. You know, so um, there's also a possibility to for further studies if in case you want to maybe do other qualification that relates to specific area in nursing. You can also do that whilst you are training. That option possibility is there. Once you complete this training, you become a registered nurse, which is not only recognized in Germany, but it's recognized in the whole of EU and internationally as well. And even if you decide to go back to your country of origin, it places you high because it's an internationally recognized certificate that you get. If you decide to stay back in Germany, you get some residence and work permits once you complete your program, and of course your salary would increase, based on the fact that you are now qualified, you are now a registered nurse. You can be sure to earn nothing less than a minimum of 2,500 to 3,000 euros on a monthly basis. Depending on your employer, this can even be more than that. You know, um, Part of the things you're going to be learning is during the program, because you are going to start with learning German. You will be get to learn medical vocabulary, and even on arrival, you get to use this because um, your job will be purely in German, your training will be purely in German. So this is fundamental right from when you decide to say, okay, I want to jump into this program, and I'll be focused on it. The basis of starting is learning German. That's basis. So how does the process look like um, when you want to start? There's the pre-admission process, then there's the post-admission process. You know, for the pre-admission process, basically, what we need from you is going to be a quick check on your qualification, which is whether you have a high school certificate. Check, you know, um, if you have strong interest and passion for nursing, sometimes we get to do like a quick test for that to sort of evaluate your passion. Um, and then we may also get to look at previous experience. Maybe you worked in a field related to nursing, or maybe you've done training related to nursing or something related to nursing. You know, um, then we would also be asking you for your passport, your copy of your passport, your photo. We'll get to Part of the things we'll get to do on your behalf is creates a CV for you in German, creates the motivation letter, because these are the things we would need to be able to get you the contract, because you have to submit your applications to German employers. We get to prepare your CV in German. Of course, we have to write letter of motivation. It has to be in German. So all of the costs you'll be paying for your training, your German training, would not only prepare you for this purpose, but will support you in the process of preparing all of this, you know. And the course you'll be paying for covers this as well, So, um, so these are the major documentations that you'll be needing, for this purpose. So once all of this is in place, what we have to do, we then send you um, an invoice, where you get to pay to start your German training. It depends. Sometimes you already start your training and then we are doing all of this for you, because it is during your process of training, your German training, that we also start applying to employers for you. So most times it's done during your training process when you already start your German training. So once you start your A1 training, which will be online, we offer online sessions. More of um, hybrid style where um, you learn live, and then you also learn based on your own pace. So self-paced and live sessions. This is the nature of the um, of the classes. You know, the next session for the German classes starts, in less than I would say 10 days time. The next session starts October 15th. And we offer this every month. A new session starts every month. So if you're unable to join October 15th, so it means the next one will be November 15th, like that's December 15th, and till um subsequent months. So during your training, by the time you reach A2 level, we start applying to jobs for you. And by B1, it's expected that at least you should have started having a couple of interviews with prospective employers. And once you get your contract, you then use this contract to go to the embassy to apply for a visa. And it is by the time you get a visa, you can now, of course, start your journey to Germany. And we have packages that can support you in all of these processes. If you want support with accommodation after you arrive in Germany, you want support with, um, you know, even flight tickets, you want support with insurance and all of these other extra services. These are things we can also support you with on request because they are important in the process for this journey. So that's sort of an overview of the things you need and the processes. Now let's go to the pricing of for the program. You know, let's go to the pricing. I'm not sure if you can see my screen below. Yeah, there we have the pricing. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit more. All right, so this usually is the amount we charge, and you can pay installments, first and second installments. But the good thing now is we are running a promo, which gives you to the possibility to pay everything upfront, um, by paying just $3,000 here. This cost covers everything from you learning German up to B2 level. It also covers every administrative support. It covers writing your CV for you, motivation letter, prepare you for interview simulations where because you'll be speaking to an employer live, you'll get to interview. So we'll prepare you for that. We have several interview sessions where you get to like make it look real that you are speaking to a potential employer. You know, so the cost covers all of this. However, if you decide to um, pay first installment, which is based on these other plans we have here, we have two installments here, which is a standard plan here, which is $5,988. You can pay um, the first installment of $2,395. Then after 4 months of your enrollment, or by the time you receive your contract, you can pay the remaining one. So if you think you have more budget, you can pay $2,992, and of course you'll be saving yourself $1,000, which means in total you'll be paying $4,988. And then your second installment will be $1,195. This price here covers accommodation support as well as flight tickets. This doesn't cover it. This doesn't cover it. This also doesn't cover it. So this is the only thing in our plan that covers accommodation support and your flights if you wish to work with us on that. So if you think you have a bit more budget for a start, then you can pay upfront 3,190. Then for the second installment, $797.6. So in total, you'll be paying 3,988 and saving yourself $2,000. But if you have everything, of course, you can pay everything upfront. You don't have to pay this, you don't have to pay this, you don't have to pay this, and you pay $3,000, which is $2,998. You pay everything upfront. So that's the cost breakdown. The good part with this as well is that we've decided to also make it very flexible, that pay um, you can pay per level of the cost of the training, so you don't have to um, have so much pressure. You can pay per level. You can even pay monthly, depending on your budgets. So if you could decide to pay um, as you go. So level A1, you pay for that session. Level A2, you pay A3, B1, B2. And if you can't pay past level, we also have the monthly plan for you where you can pay on a monthly basis based on budget. So this is a summary of what this program entails. Um, I'll just pause here. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. And in the meantime, I will just see if I can bring my colleague to live to stage to join me. Thank you. You can also drop your questions in the chats, so we can attend to them too. Now, Ubong, I'll be bringing you live to the stage. So when you see my invites, please do accept it. You see. So please feel free to include your questions in the chats, or if you want to ask live, we can also bring you on stage to ask your questions. We want to make it as interactive as possible. So ask your questions as much as you have questions to ask. If you if you have any concerns so far, okay, I think I can see a question here. Can see a question from Songura. Songura about the qualification. I saw state examined nurse. Is that what I should possess before I apply for this? No, no, no. That's actually what you the exams, because at the end of the day you're going to write an exam, right, to qualify you to become a registered nurse. So this, and once you get a license, um, it is recognized by the states, not just by the states in Germany, but across the EU too. So this is what the qualification you'll be getting. So because the qualification is state examined, the license comes from the states. So it means the government recognizes it. So that's the license, the qualification you'll be getting. This is not, you don't, it's not a requirement before you join. It is, what you get after you finish the program. Yeah. So I hope that answers the question in Sangura. Then I think there's also another question from Godwin. Thank you for the session. Please, is tuition for the nursing training captured under the payment plans? I'm not sure if I really understand that question. Tuition for the training. Please, is tuition for the nursing training captured under the payment plans? I'm not sure I really understand that question. Do you mean the training for the, the German training, or do you mean the nursing training itself when you start the actual training in Germany? I'm not so sure exactly which of the training you mean. Yeah. But anyways, I would just try to answer both. So in case it's any of it. So for the training, the German training, that's what you're paying for. That's it's included in the payment plan. Like I said, it covers your training from A1 to B2 level. So it covers that. Then in terms of your nursing training, um, there's no tuition for it. You're not paying tuition, rather you're being paid. Your employer pays you, you know, for you to train and learn on the job. So there's no tuition fee for that. So I hope I've managed to answer that question. Then there's a question from Destiny. How long does the German training last, please? Um, it depends. On the average, it's 7 to 9 months. So if you are going to be um, learning to B1, it's going to be 7 months. If you're going to be learning to B2 before you get a contract, it's going to be 9 months. So on the average, just expect that you wouldn't spend anything less than 7 months, because sometimes with people that we work with, um, as they are completing B1, they're already, they've had interviews and they're already having offers, contracts from their employers. And sometimes there might not be a need for them to do up to B2 anymore. But what we would always advise is, if you can do up to B2, please do it, because B2 is like I would say, the minimum level that you can be confident in yourself that, yes, I can really, really tell someone that I know German. I'm confident in speaking and writing and all of that. Is the last stage of intermediate level. So A1, A2 are beginners, B1, B2 are intermediate. So B2 is I would say, last stage of intermediate level, which is a bit closer to advanced. So we would always advise, if you can complete it up to B2, please do it. But of course, it's not compulsory. You don't have to. So if you already have your contract by the end of B1, you may choose to. You may not. You may choose not to. So um, can also see that you said, I'm a registered nurse. As a registered nurse, um, are there any benefits to be expected? Um, I'm not sure I really understand that question either. Um, I would want to assume that you mean, since you are more qualified, if you are going to take up this traineeship, would you have any special benefits? That's my assumption. I may be wrong, but that's what I'm assuming. Um, well, simple answer to that would be no. Um, everyone gets same benefits. If you want to take up the apprenticeship, the traineeship program, um, and you get a placement from an employer, even if you already have a license, you are already a licensed or registered nurse. Yes, you might have certain, maybe your growth might be faster, in the sense that, um, when you complete the program, your employer might immediately retain you, or you might even decide to leave the training, and if you get a more advanced job that fits your qualification, once you arrive in Germany, because now you already have your language certificate, you can speak German, you, that's the basis. You already have German as the basis to give you um, access to other opportunities. So by the time you are in the training, if you can prove that you know German, you can already start looking for maybe a more permanent opportunity, better opportunity that matches or fits your qualification. Then, of course, you can even leave the program when you get a contract from another employer, But if it's within the scope of the program, um, there's no special benefit that you should expect if you already are qualified or registered nurse, because everyone will be given same treatment, same benefits. There's no exception. But of course, on your own, you can use the um, your qualification you already have plus your German advantage you have now to look for new or better opportunities in the country. So I think that is the best way I can answer that question. You know, except Ubong, if you have something else you would want to add to that. You know.
Um, can you hear me? Well, I don't think that I have anything to add. Like my colleague said, it will give you more advantage when you start the program and when you start your training in Germany because you're already qualified. So it will help you pick up what is being done quicker than someone who's just starting a new program. And in your later career, it can help you maybe with promotion to get higher opportunity. But in the training, everyone has the same, the same benefits. I don't know if you also maybe you're talking about if you'll be exempted for some stuff. I don't believe so because, like I said, everyone has the same requirement, and we assume the training is assumed that you have no professional training in nursing and you'll be trained from scratch to become a nurse.
All right, thank you very much for the input, Ubong. So Godwin, you said you lost your network. All right, so let me see your question again. So um yeah, so regarding tuition, I did say that um for this program, the payment plan already covers your German tuition from A1 to B2. So every other thing that is included is combined with the German tuition. So that the payment plan already covers it. But in terms of the nursing training itself, you are not paying any tuition. No, rather your employer is paying you to learn on the job. Which is why, for each year, if you saw, um, from our this our screen sharing we did. The first year there was a particular amount that you paid. Second year, it's the amount you paid. The third year, this the amount you paid until you finish. So you paid whilst learning on the job. You know, so that's how it functions. So you are not paying any tuition fee. The only thing you're paying for is to learn German to be able to help you access the training. You know, and part of the payment plan includes all of the extra support we are supporting you with preparing you for the interview processes, getting you the contracts, where your CV in German, and every other administrative support that's needed. So this is what the payment plan covers. I'm not sure if that answers the question now, and if you can hear me now. Mm. All right. I want to believe Ubong, Godwin, you heard my response. Now, except Ubong, you have something to add to that.
No, I don't have any. Maybe if there is any question, then follow-up question, then we can answer that.
All
I
right.
think he said question answered. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you still have more questions, please feel free to drop them. We wanted to ensure that we keep this session as short as possible. So you can go about your other businesses because we know it's a weekend. We want to spend time with family. We want to have some alone time or want to go out or something. So we don't want to take all of that time from you. So if you have more questions, please feel free to drop them in the session. If not, um, you can of course always write us via email, via social media. Um, we are reachable on WhatsApp as well. You know, any channel you feel comfortable to write us with, we would always respond to you. Yeah. How about is there something you would like to contribute to this session or anything in general? You can as well maybe talk about other things that we offer as an overview.
Okay. Um, Sorry, I couldn't on my camera. I think I have a crappy camera at the moment. My name is Subong Kafia. CC of Campus Connect 49 Germany. Like my colleague said, we've been doing this for a long time. We started officially in 2019, and most of our clients are already in Germany, which is students or trainees like you, undertaking their studies. Um, so what we do in general, we are an educational consultancy agency. We don't only consult for education only. We do other things which I will tell in detail. So our core our core area is in, so we want to support young professionals and students to come to Germany and fulfill their dreams. Um, for instance, you are done with your high school or you're done with your bachelor or your master's, you want to do a master's program, you want to do a bachelor program, a PhD, whatever kind of studies. So we offer you support. So um, we help you to get your admission, as well we help you check your documents, arrange your documents, we process your admissions, like we apply to universities for you. We keep you on like constant communication check. Um, and we help you with scholarship and scholarship information if you need a scholarship to study in Germany. Um, we help you as far as helping you write your letter of motivation, statement of purpose, CV. We make it to a German CV, not in German language, but in German style. We help you even after your admission. Those are post-admission services. For instance, when you have your admission, the next thing should be you apply for your visa, and also we help with visa application process. We help you to prepare for your visa interview, and so on and so forth. So you'll be able to get your visa. We help you with enrollment in the university. Um, Most of the times that you need it immediately after you've gotten your admission, like one of our clients who just got admission, we are processing his enrollment process so he can join his studies, which is beginning this month. We also help you with health insurance. These are all processes for you to be able to do a successful enrollment as a student in Germany. When you arrive in Germany, before you arrive in Germany, we also help you create your block account, uh, which you use to get your visa when you want to come to Germany as a student. So you can transfer your funds to your block account, and when you get to Germany, we help you unblock the block account so you'll be able to get your money in the first few days you arrive in Germany. We also help you with visa extension, basically converting your visa into a residence permit so you can be able to get a work permit, so you can work as a student. We also help you as when you arrive in Germany to get student job to support yourself if you want to work while you're studying, which most students do. We also help you with student monitoring. While you're in school, we help you settle down. It's a switch from where I come from, Nigeria. It's a switch, a very big switch from how studies is done in my country or in Africa to our countries is I mean our studies is done in Germany. So we help you with the settling process. So you can begin your studies, get used to the platforms, the systems that I use in studying over here. We also help you with airport pickup services. So we pick you from the airport and take you straight to your accommodation, which we also help you accommodation support. So we search for accommodation for you on before you even arrive in Germany. Uh, so these are the things that we do for our students, our clients who want to study in Germany. Be it any program, we offer all the assistance you will need. Like I said, some of our clients are here already. You can check our site and you can see, you can see what do we call it? The reports from them, the reviews, not review, the testimonies from them, and you can even reach out to them personally. Solomon, I think there's a question on the chat, so when I drop, maybe you can answer the question from somewhere. Um, Aside from that, we offer other trainings. For instance, this program is for nursing training. So for those who don't want to study, you want to become a nurse, so we have a training program for you, which will make you become a nurse, as my colleague said in details. We don't just have this only in nursing. We also have in if you want to be in tech, in IT, and in another profession. So we also train you to get into this profession, and you can start any money as soon as you arrive in Germany. We also have other services that are offered by some of our partners. For instance, we have a partner here in Czech Republic that offers summer internships for students and young professionals. So if you really want to, like 2 3 months of summer internships, so 1 month will be training classes, like kind of classes training in Czech Republic or in Germany, or they do it all over Germany. They also do it in Dubai and in China and some other parts of the world. Uh, but most students come to Czech Republic, like Prague, and do their internship, and then their training, and then 1 month internship in the company. We also have other services like language training with our language partners that can help you if you just want to do only language, study, learn German. We offer many other services to actually help you come to Germany. Um, I don't know if there are things that I might have forgotten, but then if there's a question, I think I can answer from what I said, and also my colleague can add to it if I've forgotten something. So that's all I can say for now.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that explicit and elaborate, you know, description and insights on product and services. Thank you. So, hope I can answer some last question now. You said payment will cover accommodation. How long will the accommodation be? All right. So, I think just to make it clear, we are not sort of providing the accommodation. Like we are the ones providing the accommodation. No, we are not. We are only going to support you in getting it. So it means that we are rendering that service to you to help you maybe connect you to someone who has an accommodation for you to rent, not us. We are not the ones providing it. So it is this, support in the process is that we are, offering as a service. So we are not the ones providing the accommodation. What we are doing is ensure that we can make the it stress free, you know. and weeks free for you to ensure by the time you arrive in Germany, you already have a place you can call your own. But we are not the ones sort of giving you the accommodation, just to make that clear. So we are supporting you in the process to ensure that you get someone who can say, yes, I want to rent the accommodation to you. Yes, give you a contract and all of that for the accommodation, because getting accommodation in Germany is becoming tougher and tougher every day. Especially if you're going to a big city, maybe in smaller cities, yes, you might be lucky, or in villages, you might be lucky. But in big cities, which is usually where most of these opportunities lie, or are located, it may be very tricky getting an accommodation. So there have been instances where people arrive, whether as students, as workers, or whatsoever. Sometimes the first 1 to 2 months they are in Airbnb. They have to live in Airbnb before they get accommodation. So this is part of the reason why we're supporting the process. So before you arrive, you're already certain that there's an accommodation for you. So it's that's administrative, support that we give to you, but it doesn't mean that it's paying the rent for the accommodation. That's not what it means. I hope that's answers the question. Yeah. I hope it's clear now, someone. Um, yeah, if not, please feel free to still reach out to us, and we would give you a more detailed explanation. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll keep having this session. Um, Subsequently, we may have the ones for other areas or fields, including IT. Um, so we'll keep you updated via email and other you know, platforms. You can feel free to follow us on our platforms. Connect 49 on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, um, and Facebook. Yeah. And of course, we would likely also send you the recording of this session. So in case you want to go over it again, um, via email. You know. So I want to thank you again for your time, for taking out time to join us and to listen to us speak. We appreciate your presence, and we want to wish you a very great, lovely weekend. Ubong, there's some final message from you as we wrap up.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. It was a pleasant time with you all. Um, like my colleague said, you can reach out to us. Our numbers are even on our webpage, so you can write us or call us on WhatsApp, and our emails are there. And, and follow us on our social media. We post updates so that you would be updated about life in Germany and how you can come to Germany. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and see you soon. Bye for now.